Guys, so welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be this rose gold inspired makeup tutorial. You guys know I'm obsessed with pink, I'm obsessed with rose gold, so I decided to do this really pretty sparkly girly look. So if you guys want to see how I got this look and how I did it, the products that I used and everything, then definitely please make sure to keep watching, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. First, I'm going to prime my eyelids and I'm going to be using my soft ochre paint pot. No, it's super old. I keep saying that in every single video, but you guys know I just really love this stuff. By the way, no, I am not naked. I do have a shirt on, but for some reason it's just like barely showing this, so it kind of looks like I'm not wearing a shirt, but it's actually one of those shirts that have like that shoulder scoop kind of thing. And this is my first time wearing this shirt. I got it for Christmas and I haven't worn it yet, so I really wanted to wear it for this video. Nice and primed. And now we are going to move on to the eyeshadow. So I'm actually going to be taking a palette that you saw me use in a couple of videos back, and I have been trying it like off camera just to like really see what the deal was with this palette. But this is the dupe for the Modern Renaissance. This is from Bad Habit from the Hush app, and I have been trying it off camera, and I have to say, like, it's okay, but it's definitely not an amazing palette. But I still wanted to use it for this look today, because I've kind of gotten around to how to use it with certain brushes. So I'm actually going to be using this today, like I mentioned. But yeah, so this is the Royals Bad Habit palette from Hush, dupe for the Anastasia. So I'm actually going to be taking the color Her, which is right here. It's kind of like this neutral, almost like burnt terracotta brown color, I don't know. And I'm going to be taking this Royal Lay Nickel brush, and I'm going to kind of just like softly diffuse that into the crease really quickly. Nothing out of the ordinary. We're just gonna blend this in the crease. After that color, I'm going to be taking this color called Region, and it's this color right here, kind of like a burnt mauve color. I'm going to be taking the Morphe M504 brush, and I'm going to kind of start to more precisely put this in the crease. I have noticed that you kind of have to be careful with these shadows, because if you're not like using the right brush, it can kind of get really messy just because like they have a lot of fallout, so you kind of have to be careful with that. I'll be taking the Morphe M433 brush. It's actually very similar to the MAC 217, so I actually have the 217 and the Morphe one here, but you can see the Morphe one's definitely more fluffier, so that's why I like to use it. And I'm going to be taking the color Regal, which is this one right here. It's like a pinky mauve color, and I definitely want to use this because today we're going to be using a really pretty glitter on the eyes, and I want the crease to kind of match the eyelid, that way it blends better. So I'm going to just like very lightly put this just in the crease. I'm not gonna like blend it up, I'm just gonna like very precisely just put it right into the socket of the crease. With these shadows, I forgot to tell you guys, is I like to dip my brush into the palette and then I go like this and tap off the excess, and I feel like that really helps too. Like it gets off all the extra color that we don't need. So you see how this looks like a lot different from, you know, my other video. My other video is just, it wasn't picking up the shadows like I wanted it to, but it's all because of the brush that I was using. And now I can finally use this palette and kind of enjoy it. That color that we use, this one right here, that more burnt pinkish color, I want this to be like super dark into the crease. After that, I'm going to go back in with my soft ochre primer from MAC Cosmetics, and I'm going to be taking this small, I guess this is like a concealer brush. This is from Lexi. Yeah, it is a concealer brush. And I'm going to just carve out the crease. I've been just really enjoying carving out the crease and the eyelid, just because like it makes these shadows stand out so much more. So I'm going to apply this first as our base to kind of just like clean it up, like that clean base, you know what I mean? Am I making sense? To take my finger and kind of just go along the edges only. I don't like to go right here because I do want that to be a little bit more precise, but over here I want it to be more blended, so that's why I take my finger and kind of just like run it back and forth on the edges. I'm going to be taking this glitter right here. It's super pretty. It's like a I want to say like almost like a rose gold pink color. Super pretty. And I'm going to be taking that on the eyelid. You guys can kind of see in there how sparkly this is. Super pretty. So this is actually from NYX Cosmetics, and this is in the color, let me check. It does not have a color actually on here. Oh, this is in the color Rose. Got to lay down the base, so I'm actually going to be taking, I think I'm going to take this color right here, which is called Love, and this is from the Huda Beauty dupe. This is the Bad Habit Aphrodite palette, and I know I use this in my other video as well, but I just want to take this color because I did really enjoy these glitter colors when I did use it. So I'm going to use the color Love, which is this one right here. I'm going to kind of just like pack this on the eyelid. Now that we laid down that base, I do want to go in with a glitter, so I'm going to be taking the Rose glitter. I like to go very softly with this glue because if not it will cake up and look just ugly. So I'm going to be taking that and just like patting in the glue, and then I'm going to go in with the glitter and just pat it on there. For some reason this glitter is showing up like almost silver. In person it's actually like a rose gold pink color. Super pretty. The lashes that I'm going to be using are the Triple Layered Effect 3D Mink eyelashes, and these are 100% premium mink, and they look like this. Super pretty. I actually got these from like an Asian based store, and I don't know if you can find these maybe on Amazon, but they are super just like wispy and pretty. And I like them because they're long too. So I'm gonna apply those. I accidentally got glue and glitter in my eyes, so can't exactly see right now. Oh my gosh, I feel literally blind right now. And now I'm going to go in and start with the face. So I'm actually going to be taking two primers. I always use it in every single video. So this is the Too Faced Primed and Peachy Cooling Matte Primer from Too Faced Cosmetics. And then this one is a new one for me. I've been trying this out and I feel like I like it, but then I also feel like it has been breaking me out. So I can't really tell if it's, you know, this product breaking me out or what it is. But this is the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. This is the oil-free one. This is like a little sample that I had gotten in a Ipsy bag. Haven't used it yet, so I do want to continue using it and see if I like it. I feel like it really does help with mattifying the skin and helping with pores, but I can't really tell if that's what's breaking me out. By the way, this is not a breakout. This is where I burned my forehead. Remember I was telling you guys? That's a burn from the curling iron, and it's like at its full pigmentation right now for some reason. So I'm actually going to be trying out a new foundation. I also got this from the Asian based store that I was talking about where I got the lashes. So I have been wanting to try this foundation for such a long time. I am also trying to find the new one that just came out. What is it called? Like the matte something from LA Girl. But this is the LA Girl Pro Coverage HD High Definition Long Wearing Luminous Foundation. So this is supposed to obviously be more illuminating, which I don't really mind. I've actually been enjoying more of a illuminating foundation or dewier foundation. So this says it's medium to full coverage, smooth, long wearing, flawless looking finish. And I did try to get the color that best matched me. So this is actually in the color neutral, and they did have testers there, so I kind of tested it out to see if it would match me. So I think this is actually going to be a really good match from looking at the foundation. From first look at it, it's very, very liquidy. So from it being so liquidy, I don't know if it's going to actually be full coverage, but we will see. I'm going to be using a beauty blender to apply this to the skin, because that's just what I normally apply foundation with. So I'm going to use my beauty blender. This actually has really good coverage. I don't know if you guys can see that. Really good coverage for being such a liquidy foundation. Like the more liquid your foundation is going to be, the less coverage. But this actually has really good coverage, which is something I'm excited about because I love a good long wearing foundation that is full coverage. Take another pump and blend this out. This color actually looks like it blends really nicely with my skin. Like, it looks like it is a pretty good match. It does look a little, just like a hint too warm, but that's fine because we will even it out with the powder in just a second. Foundation is definitely more dewy. You can see how like shiny it is, but I'm not complaining because, like I said, I've been enjoying more of a dewier foundation. You can take a mirror up close just to see how this looks. Yeah, this looks really, really smooth. But yeah, it definitely does look like the wrong undertone for me. It's definitely more of a warmer undertone, and I'm more of a like neutral undertone, but we can still make this foundation work. Taking some concealer. This is the Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm going to apply this underneath the eyes, down the center of the nose, on the forehead, and anywhere else I want to highlight. I'm also going to take this just a little bit on the Cupid's bow right here. Too Faced powder. I've been using this in some of my recent videos. I'm loving it again. So I'm going to take this right underneath the eyes and anywhere else that we highlighted. So I'm going to be taking a powder brush and setting the face. Now that the powder's on, it kind of like neutralizes and it looks more neutral on my skin than it looking warm. Because at first the foundation just looked way too warm, so now it kind of like, you know, looks like my undertone now. I'm actually really liking the coverage and how it looks and everything. I do notice that right here on this little breakout, I can still see that, but that's okay because I don't like really like to cover my breakout sometimes just because like it'll look too cakey, and this honestly just kind of looks like a beauty mark in a way. So I'm just going to leave that. I'm going to be contouring and bronzing the skin with my Tom Ford bronzer and the same Morphe brush. And I do notice that I can still see the burn. But then again, I forgot that the burn was there, so I didn't really build it up on that area, which is fine. I mean, my bangs are going to cover it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So then I'm going to go back in with some powder on a sponge, and I'm just going to carve this out really quick just to like let it bake so that it looks more cleaner. I do this in pretty much every single video and every look. So without this step, I feel like it just looks very messy, so that's why I like to just kind of bake underneath the contour lines. I'm going to take some blush. This is the Rockateur blush by Benefit Cosmetics, and I'm going to apply that to the cheeks. I feel like this color combination with the blush is going to look really pretty with the eyes because it's kind of like a rose gold color. So I'm going to apply that to the cheeks. Bad Habits palette by Royals, and I'm going to take the color, I think I'm going to take the color Raggle, however you say it. I'm going to take this color on a small angled brush, and I'm going to apply this right underneath here, like right where the lashes grow. And I'm just going to kind of almost tightline with this. See how whenever you pick it up with a more dense brush, it's just so much more pigmented. So I feel like you definitely have to have really dense brushes to get the full pigmentation of these. A soft, almost burnt terracotta color. I'm going to just blend this out. This is actually the Mary Luminizer, and this is a liquid highlighter, and it looks like this. It's the same thing as the powder except in a liquid form. I just love layering this underneath the actual powder because I feel like it just makes it stand out more. So what I like to do is I like to take it like on the back of my hand like that, and I like to take my beauty blender, the bottom butt part of the beauty blender, and I like to pick it up, and then I like to just put this right on the high point of the cheeks. And I kind of just like bounce it in circles, and it just helps blend it out. So you see, that's just the liquid highlighter on its own versus this side. it just looks super natural and pretty, but I still do layer it. When I'm going for more of a natural look, I just put this on by itself, but for a full glam look, I do like to layer it. I go in with the actual highlighter. Like I said, it's the same thing, but in a powder form. And I'm going to take that and then just go over it. Just really makes it stand out. Kylie matte liquid lipstick in the color Bear. This was part of, I believe, her summer collection last year, so it's part of the, I think, bronze something collection, but I love this color, so I'm going to apply this. It's almost like a nude pink color. Super pretty. This is the finished look. I hope you guys really enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to give me a huge thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit the bell down below. That way you guys can be notified every single time I upload. And yeah, I think that is pretty much it. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!